What on earth did we do before Google? We are a society in search of answers, knowledge, right now. Who has time to wait? Larry Page and Sergey Brin are on a mission to find answers. They're the two former Stanford students who founded Google back in 1998 and have since been building the world's largest search engine.
So we weren't necessarily the first, but we were the best. And we were the best because we focused on getting all the content and ranking it better.
Google's mission from the start has been to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. But it goes deeper than that. The company has always been focused on the user from day one. And that focus is embedded in every major decision the company makes.
Our foremost focus is getting the consumer experience right. We always believe if we get that right, there's plenty of opportunity to market from that.
And there has been plenty of opportunity for Google. The search engine has morphed into an advertising powerhouse, revolutionizing the way businesses can monetize their online advertising dollars by making advertising more relevant for both the consumer and the companies who hope to connect with them.
Google is Yenta, so Yenta is a matchmaker. And Google matches up people who have information to people who are seeking information. And they match up people who want to sell things to people who want to buy things. So basically, we're a matching organization.
The company has invented masterful ways for businesses to market online, giving advertisers the ability to target their messages to precisely the people who are most interested in them, and providing tools so they can accurately assess in real time how their ads and even their own websites are performing. Google is also a master at marketing its own brand.
If you give users something that's meaningful and valuable to them, they're going to use it and they're going to tell their friends about it.
The company has a rich history of getting users to their products. They start with providing free tools like searching, Google Maps, Gmail, and more recently YouTube, the site where users can upload their own videos on the web for the world to see. People use their products, they tell their friends, and the product grows virally.
We strive to make all of our marketing more useful for people, so we don't want to sell them this stuff. We want you to try it and love it.
How did Google go from two guys in a garage to this? A college-like campus with volleyball for employees, swimming, biking to and from buildings, gourmet cafes with anything and everything you could possibly desire, all for free. It's an environment complete with custom cubicles, homegrown herbs, lava lamps, and areas for collaboration. Today, Google is a worldwide company of nearly 15,000 employees, a number that is constantly getting larger every month. It's an amazing story, especially when you consider the early days when the challenge was how to make money. Back then, Google was focused on text-only ads at the top of the page. They were sold by a sales force by negotiation priced on a per-impression basis. Then they went to a pay-per-click model. After that, Google came up with its targeted advertising program called AdWords, where advertisers could buy keywords for the right to have their ad displayed if the user typed in a query related to that keyword. AdWords included something that changed the internet advertising model radically. Google wanted the ads to be relevant to users. They didn't want to just push ads onto people, so they decided to hold an auction. But instead of companies winning the top spot by bidding the most money, Google came up with a twist.
The way the auction worked is we would actually take the price you were willing to pay times the user interest, and we used the click-through rate as a proxy for user interest. And you put those two together and you end up with a very unique auction in which not just the higher bidder pays, but the highest yielding ad.
Google says this pay-per-conversion formula really hones in on the true value of what is being delivered, and they say it has helped to make online marketing more valuable.
From the Google auction came this return back to advertisers that they'd never seen before, and that their spend was much more effective. It wasn't wasted spend.
You may actually be an advertiser bidding less than somebody else, but we may show your ad higher in the auction simply because your ad, we have data that shows that consumers are clicking on your ad more often, and thus it's more relevant.
For this vacation home rental company in North Carolina, AdWords transitioned them from paper brochures to developing an interactive website which gathered in-depth information about users in real time. Tools that allowed this once small company to fine-tune its site on the fly to better cater to customers' needs.
So Google AdWords allows us to tailor our availability with the marketplace's demands. We used to have guests come on our site and we never knew what they were looking for. And so Google Analytics breaks that down. It takes this huge amount of data and gives us the information on a per home or a per project basis. So it really lets us tell homeowners how many people are looking at their individual home.
Google's analytical marketing tools help businesses experiment on an hour-by-hour basis, tweaking campaigns in real time.
In this case, people can release product quicker, fine-tune the message around it, and modify product quicker because of the marketing material they're getting back from us.
It has changed the way businesses have approached advertising, providing valuable information.
What's happened with the web is that you have another channel to understand what consumers want. And one of the things you should be doing is you should be utilizing that data to make marketing effectiveness decisions.
With the Google auction and the precision of bidding on a per keyword basis, you can very quickly see this particular area or keyword or interest area is working well for me, this area is not, so you pull back the ones that are not working for you and you invest in the ones that are working well for you. And you have this efficiency that's never been gained before.
Google's self-service tools allow users to set up their own ads in minutes and then measure the results immediately. The success of AdWords led Google to develop and deliver a solution that opened the door for content providers to have ready-made ads on their sites, giving website owners the ability to generate revenue. They named it AdSense.
With AdSense, because it's so easy to just pop the ad code on your page, there's many publishers that have turned their hobby into a full-time job. They've quit their jobs and now they just work on their hobby. They don't have to worry about the ads side of the business whatsoever. They just purely focus on the content, the hobby that they enjoy, and they write content about it, bring in the users, and then AdSense does the heavy lifting of bringing in advertisements that are directly related to somebody's hobby.
Today, hundreds of thousands of publishers use Google's AdSense. But what about Google's other products, the ones they offer for free? In its mission to gather the world's information, Google has come up with some innovative services. Like Street View, an application that allows users to see street-level photographs, take virtual walks, and explore landmarks in a given city.
Just click the Street View button on top and zoom in on the camera icon. There I am. Sweet! We're back.
And free directory assistance from your cell phone.
I'm here to tell you about Google 411, Google's new 411 service. It's totally free.
And then there's the wildly popular YouTube, a site where users can upload their own videos for anyone to play.
Information comes in so many different forms. I mean, there's very traditional information, which is contained in books, but there's also user-generated information and content, and that is one of the things that is a more recent phenomena. And I think that's what you're seeing with YouTube, and it very much fits in with what Google's mission is, which is to sort of enable this sharing of information. In this case, it just happens to be visual information.
Visual information that has become another source of revenue for Google and for its advertisers.
We are enabling many of our YouTube videos to be syndicated to these publisher sites and bundled with ads in a way that now the publishers get unique, interesting content along with getting a check for that content.
So what's next for Google? The success of their online ad tools has led them to expand into, of all places, traditional offline media, offering companies print, radio, and TV ads and bringing them the same useful metrics that help them understand the value they're getting from these ads to fine-tune and optimize their marketing campaigns.
We basically have an online interface. You upload your creative. We even have actors that will do the audio commercial for you, and then you can very quickly, again, sort of like a video game, going back to your dashboard and watch and see what's going on with your marketing mix, what's working.
Whatever Google does, you can be sure that they will stay true to their brand and what it stands for.
When we do our marketing, that we let other people speak for us, and that's one of the things that I think any brand should be able to do is to let their users, or in our case our advertiser, our partners, say what they feel about the products rather than us sort of saying what we think about our own products.
The best advice for chief marketing officers today: treat your marketing spend like a financial investment and know exactly the return you're getting on that investment, measured not just in leads but actual customers. More and more of those customers are coming to you through your website, so you need to know what's going on there, like where customers go and what they click on. It's also important to make sure the website can be optimized for mobile devices and that customers can personalize content. After all, that's what Google does. For now, Google is focused on giving people what they want.
Google's mission, as you know, is to manage the world's information, make it universally accessible and useful. And seems to me that we're doing pretty well on that mission. It's a pretty ambitious mission, but we've got the right start.
In Mountain View, California, I'm Pat Laurie for the Pearson Video Library.